There's a rapper online that goes by the name of RX Hector. RX Hector. All right. The name sounds Spanish, but obviously this is a black kid, right? But he looks kind of Spanish. So his father might be Spanish. That's neither here nor there, his nationality, But his mother, let me make this clear, his mother is black. All right. Now, Mr. RX Hector is seen online. He's seen on social media. There's a post where this man is seen slapping his mother on the ass. He's slapping his mother on the ass. Now, we've seen this from Kodak Black. We've seen Kodak Black appear like he's about to rub his mom on the ass, making the impression. I forgot if he actually did it or he just appeared to look like he was about to do it. But nonetheless, not to focus on Kodak Black, because we love Kodak. Everybody that's a South Florida artist, we support our natives. All right. Seeing a person slap their mother, a son slap the mother on the ass, that's not something that you see often. And a lot of people, when they see that, they're disturbed by that. Me, myself, I have mixed feelings about that, right? Me obviously seeing that's a little bit too intimate for your mother, right? But there's some individuals that feel so comfortable with their mother. There's some black mothers that feel so comfortable with their son that they don't mind letting their son slap them on the ass. Now, we see women do it with their friends, all right? I've seen that. When you see a son and a mother, it's a little bit different. Now, he's receiving a lot of backlash on social media. People are obviously ridiculing the man about slapping the mom on the ass. Now, this is what I'm speaking about. We in the black community, we grow up in single parent homes. All right. The black community grows up in, a lot of us come from single parent homes, such as myself. I'm a product of a single parent home also. Shout out to my mama. With that being said, when you come from a single parent home and you have the dynamics of a black mother with a black son, right? I'm putting emphasis on black. In the black community, the kids that grow up in single parent homes become real close to their parents. Real close to their parents. We as black people, when we're in single parent homes, we become real close to our parents. Some people might question the relationship at times. You see, black mothers tend to be really invested in their sons, to the point where you as a black man, if you have a wife or if you have a girlfriend and you're that close to your mother, it kind of like, it fucks with the relationship between you and your wife. In the black community, we cling on to our parents, and not our parents, but our mother, and our mother clings on to us. Unlike other communities. And I'm not saying it's a super bad thing, but it's a product, it's what happens when you grow up in a single parent home. All right? Now, you're seeing men slapping their moms on the butt. For one, I don't think that happens in a household with a mother and a father. I don't see that quite happening. I've never seen all these men that are slapping their mothers on the ass. There's a common denominator there, right? There's something that's common in all these situations. There's no father involved. There's no father in the home. There's no father to set the standard in the household, to set the boundaries in the household. And this is what I'm seeing, a consistency here. When Kodak did it, there was no father there in the home. When RX Hector did it, there was no father around. And I'm assuming he did not grow up with his father in the household. It's hard for me to believe that a father would allow his son to slap his wife on the ass, even if that's his biological son and that's the biological mother of his child. I don't think that's going to take place. If there is, give me an example of that. I would love to see an example of that. But from now, from my experience, what I've seen, this only happens in a single parent home. So with that being said, obviously, there's something that you have to highlight this, right? It's a single parent home situation. So when you see these black men, we as black men, we're clinging on to our mothers. A lot of times we try to replace what our mother doesn't have. Because your mother doesn't have a husband. You as a son try to be your mother's husband. You as a son kind of try to replace your mom's, replace the husband, replace the man role in her life without the sex. But things can get a little bit strange at times. So now you're seeing online young men, black men slapping their mothers on the ass, which leaves a lot of people concerned, rightfully so. I understand the intimacy. I understand the friendship level. I understand the trust there, right? There's a trust there. I'm pretty sure the mother doesn't see nothing wrong with it. Because a lot of black mothers tend to call their sons, when they come from single parent homes, they call their sons, that's like their husband, right? And it seems like they're playing, but to some degree, the son does play that role for her, right? He's the so-called man of the house. But where do you draw the line at? Where is the line being drawn at when you're speaking about son and mother? This is something that I think we have to address in the black community. A lot of us men, we get too close to our mother. A lot of these mothers get too close to their sons. All right? Black women, we gotta watch for that, how you treat your son like your husband. Black men, we gotta watch how the affinity, the love that we have for our mother, and try not to cross those lines, because we're starting to blur the lines with Mr. Hector. Mr. Hector's blurring those lines. All right, there's a gray area there, right? The mother was seen, I'm going to show you, the mother was seen, the son slapped his mother on the ass. And then I think the mother started doing this stripper thing where she started jumping up and down and making her ass clap. Now, we already know that's far left with it, right? That's rare. You're rarely going to see that because not every black mother's a stripper, obviously. But she gives me like she was a dancer in her past life. Now, the mother, she looks kind of good, I will admit. She's not ugly. She looks kind of good. She was making her ass clap. That was cool. But I just couldn't get into it for the fact that it appears like she was doing that for her son. Her actual birth son. Her biological son. So this is something that we have to address in the community. Black men getting close to their mothers and blurring the lines of how far you can go with your mother. Slapping your mother on the ass, that might go a little bit too far. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that he's perverted. I'm not saying that they're actually doing something. A lot of people are jumping to those conclusions, but I'm not going to jump to those conclusions, nor am I going to disrespect that man and his mother. But what I'm going to say is, when you slapping your mothers on the ass, that's not something that people are going to accept. That's not something that people are going to embrace. People are always going to be skeptical about that behavior. All right. And that's going to lead people to make assumptions. All right. And they're right for making those assumptions because you're leaving yourself wide open for that ridicule. So that's something that we have to address in the black community. Single parent homes. All right. The pros and cons of the single parent home. Mothers getting too close to their sons, sons getting too close to their mothers. To the point where, like I said, sometimes the sons get married and they have girlfriends, what have you, and even the relationship outside of your mother, your girlfriend is able to notice that you're too close to your mother. Like, whoa. Your wife is able to notice that you're too close to your mother or your mother's too close to you. It's like nobody is good enough for her son. She's scared of the girl taking her place. That's something else in the black community that we suffer from. Mothers, single parent mothers, they end up being so close to their sons that they're kind of scared. They're scared of another woman coming in to their sons' lives and jeopardizing their role as a mother. Because there's a feeling there that they're going to be replaced. Single parent homes, mothers that's raising black men, they feel like they're jeopardizing, their place is being jeopardized when their sons marry or their sons have a girlfriend, because you know the influence that a woman can have on a man. To the point where she'll have a stronger influence on your son than actually you. And that's what makes black women act the way they do. And force themselves into their sons' relationships and lives. All right? All right, shout out to Andre Rose in the building. Single black mothers also abuse their daughters and is always in competition with them. Now, that's interesting. Shout out to Andre Rose in the building. You got to give me an example of that, right? I've never seen black mothers really compete with their daughters. And in which way is she competing? In which way she's competing? But that's interesting though, right? But definitely when you're seeing these type of relationships, there's pros and cons to these relationships, and they have to be addressed in the black community, all right? That's a good topic, man. But nonetheless, shout out to RX Hector and shout out to his mother. You know what I mean? Shout out to Kodak Black. All right? Now, you guys, make sure you guys are sharing this platform. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button as soon as you come in the building. I don't care if we got 1,000 people in the building. I don't care if we got 5 people in the building. Make sure you guys are sharing this platform with your loved ones, all right? This is episode number 78. All right, we're 22 episodes away from episode 100. I've been switching the times lately, and I do apologize, but like I tell you guys, we go live, and we got real things going on in life, and I do not get paid from YouTube. This channel is not monetized, all right? So when I'm doing this, you guys, I'm doing this because I want to be here for you guys and be consistent. But nonetheless, times do change, so make sure you guys are turning your notification bells on. All right, so anytime I go on, you'll get notified. Anytime I put up new content, a new post, you guys will be notified. All right? Now, moving right along. Listen, man, this right here hurts my heart. This one really hurts my heart. All right, you guys familiar with Drea Michelle? We spoke about Drea Michelle last week getting married to Jalen Green, all right, NBA player. Now, we all know about how they speak about Drea Michelle. Drea Michelle, she has a somewhat, some would say, a promiscuous past. Some people